Hey guys, welcome back to the video. In this video, I'm giving you guys my spoiler review and breakdown of She-Hulk episode 5. Before we get into it, if you guys are new here, make sure to subscribe and notifications on so you don't miss any time of the video or go live. But don't waste more time, let's get into it. Overall, there's not much to break down in this episode, but I had a lot of thoughts on a lot of small things, as well as a few cool Easter eggs that I feel like a lot of people miss. In the opening, with the explanation of Titania's brand and She-Hulk's reaction, I thought it was really good. It was very fast, but I feel like it didn't waste time, especially with this episode only being 30 minutes long. Also, the CG in this episode was really good. I'm not going to complain about CG. I'll say when it's bad, like it was a few times in episode 3, but it was really good this episode, and I thought they did a really great job, so I'm going to give them props for it. But as the episode goes on, we find out about the superhero suit tailor. Of course, at the end of this episode, we get that tease, but more on that later. I thought this was a great way to tie in this episode to the next one, because we know from all the marketing, when She-Hulk has that fight against that character, she is wearing her suit, and I'm happy that they're not waiting until the final episode for her suit like all the other Disney Plus Marvel TV shows. And honestly, it is a low bar, but I think it's a good one. Also, before the courtroom scene, Pug does mention the Iron Man 3s, and
the Iron Man 3s are coming out and they're limited to 1 pair per customer.
There's a bunch of huge Easter eggs at the end of the episode, which I'll talk about and share them at the end of this video. But we go to the courtroom now, and honestly, I thought it was good, but the writing wasn't anything special. Personally, I find the jokes funny, but my bar for humor is very low, so I get why some people didn't like it. But in terms of the case overall, I thought it was a great way to move the story forward and Jennifer Walters' character. They did this a lot when they brought in her dates as witnesses later in the episode. The guy basically says,
"Look, I don't mean to be rude, but no, she's not really my type."
And it's not blatantly stated, but we can see it in Walters' fake smile that it hurts a lot and that people only like her for She-Hulk. And even earlier in the episode, she said that there are perks of being She-Hulk.
Do admit, though, there are parts of it that I enjoy.
Okay, you're not done.
Like the amazing hair, no hangover, being able to walk home at night with headphones on without being afraid.
Every woman's dream.
But
And I think that perfect hairline was a callback to a previous episode where one of our family members at the table made a comment about it.
She could help you.
Let's get this hair more like She-Hulk's.
And overall, I think the biggest message of this show of making She-Hulk the perfect beauty standard is that Jen is slowly starting to see more people around her wanting that She-Hulk side more at the law firm, in her family, and even in her love life. I see a lot of people complain about how they're pushing this beauty standard, but then She-Hulk is absolutely perfect. And I think that's the point of this show, is that She-Hulk is the perfect side, but Jennifer Walters still always chooses to be Jennifer Walters. Again, maybe not everyone sees it that way, but I think it's a great character development thing. But now for the tease that has absolutely everyone hyped up. At the end of this episode, we see Jen go back to the tailor shop to try on her new suit, and as she's putting it on, the stylist says,
"Tinsley, does client confidentiality mean nothing to you?"
And of course, we see the yellow Daredevil helmet. This means that he will be in next week's episode, but also one thing I found interesting is that this designer only works with well-known heroes. So I'm not sure how Daredevil's continuity is going to work in the MCU. Will he be picked up from where season 3 of the Netflix show left off, or will he be a quote established hero in the street level MCU at this point? I'm very excited for next week's episode. We know that Daredevil is only in 1 episode, so it'll be the last episode of an individual story from what I'm thinking, so that the final 2 episodes are setting up that big wrapping up story. Now, there is one last very funny Easter egg, and this happens in the credits. So we see Pug's shoe shopping with the Iron Man 3s in his hand, but in the back there are a bunch of different superhero shoes. So the regular ones I noticed were Deadpool, Captain America, Moon Knight, Black Panther, and Captain Marvel. But there are a few more that are absolutely crazy to me. There's one with Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man logo, the Cyclops shoes, and the Thing design. Let me know if I missed any of the Easter egg designs in the comments down below. But I thought this was really cool. Again, the episode overall, it didn't have many Easter eggs, yet I still thought this episode was pretty good. I think this episode is just below episodes 4 and 1 in terms of the best of the show. But again, great episode overall. I'm very excited for next week, and the stories are always great. Again, nothing mind-blowing. The writing's nothing generational, but I still think it's a good time. The show is genuinely funny in my opinion, and again, I'm anticipating it every single week. But guys, that's it for all my spoiler thoughts on She-Hulk episode 5. Let me know what you thought of it in the comments down below, and come back next week as I will be doing a spoiler review and breakdown of episode 6. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.